Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randall Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts.
Make sure I'm not lying to you for the millionth time. I'm going to do it one time.
Good evening, sons. We'll start off talking about Superior Motorsports. What, you don't have a golf cart like Uncle Randy and Brooke do? Sorry. Yeah, what do you want us to do here? People have already been giving me the smoke, though, because I've said multiple times we would never get one. Shit changes, sons. It changes sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We got a guy here
sometimes
in Silvertown.
You meet someone that offers
makes you a deal
yeah.
you can't refuse, sons.
Yeah.
That's Nathan Chambers. He's going to make that deal for you too, sons. At Superior Motorsports.
Not everybody listening is a son.
Everyone's a son.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, girls, are sons to Uncle Randy. Everyone's my son. Sons.
That's weird.
It's weird, but it's true, baby. But back to Nathan. Nathan's a great guy. He'll make you a deal you can't refuse. He works tirelessly to make sure you get a deal done, goddamn. They got everything there. Don't just go off the website either, sons. You got to call them, go see them. They got shit that's not on the website. Shit's gone. They got entry-level carts all the way up to the, depending on how much you want to spend, sons. They can do it all. They can build you a custom.
And they can build customs. They can turn it around in record time.
Pretty
I mean,
quick.
it's crazy. I don't want to commit for them, but I know I've seen the quick turnaround time of getting a cart, applying for buying one and then getting it delivered within 48 hours. Yeah. It's insane.
So you can reach Nathan at 770-591-8899, 770-591-8899. Or you can go with one of these other places and get robbed, goddamn, get lied to and get bullshitted. Mm-hmm. Or you can talk to our boy Nathan. Whatever. Up to you, sons.
I'll take care of you. Get you a quality golf cart or personal transportation vehicle. But we got several friends in the neighborhood that have just purchased some new ones, and some of them are fancy as shit, man, with the blinkers and it's basically like a car, but no doors and miniature. They're badass, and Nathan's a good guy, and he's running a good shop over there.
Yeah. Yeah, so give him a call, holler at him. He'll take care of you. Say that you know Uncle Randy, Brooke, Silvertown, whatever you got to mention, so he knows, and you're going to get treated a little extra special.
Sure, yeah.
That's all I'm going to say, sons. All right, so Bidet. Now, if y'all didn't take part in the thing we posted last night, it's your fault. They had a real special treat.
They were sold out
Amazon
long before you posted that, I think, babe. Treasure truck, if anybody that is an Amazon person, if you're not nowadays, I don't even know what you're doing with your life, but if you're subscribed to the treasure truck text messages, I got one early in the afternoon and showed Randall, was like, look, because the treasure truck's stuff that's 40 to 80% off, and it's they just got a bunch of them and they're selling them for dirt cheap, whatever it is. I mean, it ranges all over the spectrum of whatever the shit Amazon sells. But the other day it was Bidet, yesterday, I guess, and they were selling them for $23.
Yeah, we don't make a penny on that, son, but we shared that out of pure love and because we care about you guys. So, by the way, Stallone's dropping turds and watching Married AF, sons.
But do you have a bidet to wash your bunghole with?
No, because he's a filthy animal. He's going to rub. He's going to smear his poo with striking paper, guaranteed, all over his furry rear end, sons. And that's what he likes. All right, Roka, sons. Roka, goddamn hell. There's nothing else to say but this. Uncle Randy, Joe Rogan, Tim Kennedy. Done. Greatest glasses on earth. By the way, Goat has the coolest one.
I was just about to say that. The Goat got Rokas that are fucking so badass. They're so 80s.
Customs,
so perfect.
Design them perfectly. You can design
Were they
your
that?
own. No, they're a little bit different model. But they're legit as shit. You can design your own too. And you can use the code Barbara20 and save 20%. That's no bullshit. It saved him $60.
Yeah, 20% is a fucking legit ass discount.
Yeah. Or you can wear your dog shit.
Y'all were going down the slip and slide, or no, you didn't do it again, but Goat was. Roka's staying on the face, mostly.
They do.
He went down pretty violently sometimes.
Well, when the ramp broke and he snapped his femur, it came loose, but you got to expect that. I mean, the guy, his femur came through his skin. It was gross. He limped it off.
It didn't really, but he hurt himself real bad.
No, but when it was poking through the skin, what's awesome about it is Mrs. Goat was like, let me rub some essential oils on it. So we got the bone sticking through the skin. She rubbed some of her essential oils, healed. Now he just got a bruise. Incredible what those oils will do, by the way.
Witchcraft.
We are believers in them. We got some that you mix with some cream, fixes shit like nobody's
Well, the cream
business.
already has some of it in there. That's what she came out and put on his leg was that deep blue.
Yeah.
And that shit's, man, my trap was killing me the other day. I put some on there and it worked like a charm.
All right, so we're going to do this. This is a new thing we're going to be doing out of love for Silvertown because we love this place. We tell you it's the greatest place on earth, sons, whatever. We know you're buying in. We've gotten applications from a lot of you to try to move here. Some have been rejected. Hey, you don't meet the criteria. Some are in pending. We got to meet as a council and discuss. But anyway, so we're doing a small business feature every week because there's so many great small businesses that come out of Silvertown. And so this one is Casey's Custom Woodwork. They do everything from fully customized and personalized woodwork, anything from small furniture, home decor, seasonal decor, and cornhole boards.
Yep, cornhole boards. She contributed to when we did the auction. Was that the
autism?
It was the crab eating contest where we donated to the autism center, and it was Jacob the Flash and Mrs.
Bonnie.
Flash.
Sway.
That they ended up getting some badass like Green Bay Packers custom cornhole boards that night. She does great work.
Yeah, no, they are. And get your orders in now for custom cornhole boards for Dad for Father's Day.
Yeah.
They do have a quick turnaround time. So Casey's Custom Woodwork, you can find her on Facebook. Like her page, check them out. They do awesome shit. She did a frame that we've got in Gunner's room for baseball.
Yeah, I can show y'all anybody that's watching.
It is some legit shit. They do very good work, very quick, and you're supporting a small business, sons. And we do that here. Hell, Uncle Randy loves small business. Shop local, goddamn. These big corporations, fuck them, sons. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
They're ruining our world.
Look, here, anybody that's watching, I guess, that can see my screen. Isn't that handsome fella?
Listen, I'm going to say it right now, sons. Fuck the big corporations. Unless they want to sponsor Uncle Randy, goddamn, then we'll talk. But until they do and they want to give up the cash, fuck them. Shop local. Local.
Which I didn't do it right, yeah.
Is where it's at.
There's Gunner's handsome face, if I can pull it up right.
All right, so...
look at that
yeah,
face.
so I want to say something, just start it right off the bat. Boom. So everybody knows. Listen, I put it out from time to time, but hell, the Facebook page is growing. The community's growing. Goddamn, I can't keep track of it. Listen, the Uncle Randy Facebook page, we embrace debate, anger, frustration. That you want to post anything, we're cool with it, sons. I love it. Good for everyone. So don't ever feel censored and that you can't say something. We promote that shit, sons. Whatever you want to say, listen. And you can't offend Uncle Randy. When your dick has been 10 inches deep in the dirt, you don't get offended anymore. The only person that can offend Uncle Randy is sitting across this table. The only person that can hurt his feelings is sitting right there in those Dahmer glasses that I got her not long ago. Other than her, you can't hurt my fucking feelings, especially on no Facebook, son. So say whatever you want. You want to say Uncle Randy's a cocksucker? Cool. I'll heart that shit too, sons, because that shit's funny sometimes.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
Not you. You're the only one that can. No Facebook shit's going to hurt my... So I'm trying to tell people, don't censor. You want to talk some shit? Go back. Hey, We embrace it here, sons. You're welcome to do it. I like it, actually. Spirited debate makes champions, sons. Listen, we're not going to agree. You all know Uncle Randy. A lot of y'all don't agree with shit I say. That's fine, sons. I'm cool with that. Doesn't bother me worth a fuck, just so we're clear. But again.
Are you going to bring him? Is there something specific that you're.
Brooke can hurt my feelings, though. Maybe. No, there's smoke every day on the Uncle Randy page. And I'm just telling people, don't feel bad about it. Don't worry about it. If some smoke happens, we embrace smoke.
And I don't want to hurt your feelings. I feel like you're hinting at something.
No.
Look at me.
I can't take these off now. No, you're the only one that can.
Okay, I'm just making notes on what I need to do for the.
All right.
When I post this.
So we got all that. Now listen, we got to talk about. We always start off with Silvertown shenanigans. Had another party this weekend. We party like fucking teenagers here, sons.
Mm-hmm.
Go through a rager.
Summer kickoff party, 21.
Had the championship slide out. It was a good time.
Gunner went down the slip and slide so much he rubbed his nipples raw.
Boom. Nipples were gone. Boom. Gone.
That guy is an animal. He would not quit. Once he went down at once, he was like, oh, hell yeah.
Well, he wanted to make the adult pool because we had a kid's pool that you had to go over and get to the adult pool. And he wasn't going to quit till he got in there.
Yeah.
Nipples gone, ribs broken.
He got to where he was landing like halfway, hitting the edge of both of them several times. But he got fully where like it was just his ankles that were hitting the edge of it at least one time that I saw. And he was running hard, hitting that slip and slide.
So let me ask you this, because we had a Silvertownian submit this question right at the brink before we started. They wanted to know what each of our favorite parts of the party were. So I'm going to let you go first. What was the best part of the party to you? The highlight of the party.
The food. Okay, besides the food, Kilmer's nephew. Jordan.
Okay. We're on the same wavelength.
But the fucking food was incredible. All of it.
But what in particular blew your tits off?
The Mexican corn.
Thank you. That's what my highlight was. Chet's corn.
Mexican corn. Sarah Connor's potato salad was fucking delicious.
It's very good.
Hard-boiled eggs and shit in there.
You can expect that from Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Chet's a dirtbag. You look at him, you don't think he can make some quality cuisine like that.
Chet's Mexican
unreal.
Street corn was the shit. And he cooked, I think he said, roughly 20 ears of corn. And anybody that knows me really well, like Randall might be the only one that knows this.
She hates corn on the
of
cob,
this group.
son.
Like I like corn and I love Mexican street corn, but I don't ever eat corn straight off the cob. Like I always am a sissy and like cut it off just to like eat it with a fork because I have crooked teeth. So eating corn on the cob is a nightmare for me because it gets all stuck in my teeth and then I'm fucking with it all day.
It's a mental block. It don't even have to be there. You just believe it's there.
Right. And so, but that fucking corn, and it wasn't feasible for me to like try and cut it off the corn. And it just looked so fucking good and smelled good. So I was like, I'm just going to eat it off the cob. And I ate 2 of them.
Yep, you sure did. And you ate, by the second one, you gave 0 shits about it being corn on the cob. So I just want to give a powerful shout out to Chet about that because what a good, that is a great thing to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, Anderson Cooper said the same thing, that his corn was the best.
That corn blew my tits away. I had so low expectations for Chet's cooking. Because for one, he's so young. God, I mean, he always out-tits his coverage. So, yeah. But that was excellent. The fucking corn. If you get the chance to eat Chet's corn, do it. And if you invite him over, it's a requirement for him to come in.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever the mixture was that he put on there was perfection. It was so good. Now I'm craving it.
It looks just like the corn on Nacho Libre that the homeless kid loves.
Yeah.
The stick corn.
Okay, Sam says corn on the cob is superior to canned.
I
agree.
Hansen.
Yes, and I agree to that. I this is the weirdest part is that I love corn on the cob, but I just cut it off. It's just the eating it off the cob that like is the weird mental thing for me. I gave no fucks on Saturday. I was like, this is the best shit I've fucking had
it's really
in a while.
Shout out to Hold My Beer Hansen. Saw him this past weekend. Took Gunner to Southern Honor. And got there right when it was starting, so I had to run through. I think he was at the front signing, but I wanted to get a seat for Gunner before we missed it because I was going to go and shoot the shit and get a picture with him and Gunner and see if he would sign it and shit. So we go and sit down, and as soon as I walk in, of course, I got the Uncle Randy chain on, son. It's always on brand. You fuckers don't get it, all right? I know we're different. I don't stop working, sons. Champions don't stop working. So I had the Uncle Randy chain on. Guess what? This thing is platinum, 28 karat gold, diamonds y'all have never even heard of on this motherfucker. Worth a lot of money. And I got it on. And I go in, boom, right away. Somebody walks up. I feel bad 'cause I can't remember the guy's name. He was very nice. Uncle Randy, I watched you and Gary for all 4 fucking hours. Watched every minute of it. He's like, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Thank you. You guys have to do it. He was super nice. And so, boom, right off the bat. So Gunner's immediately like, my dad's a celebrity. He's starting to get it. Cool. That's very good. So we start walking to put up a chair. Boom, another person. Saw some of the podcast. Didn't watch it all. It was way too fucking long, but I'm listening to the rest of it. Like, going back and catching up on it because it's still up. And
well, the video is. I haven't posted the audio version yet.
No,
I'll get to it.
So we we finally get to the chair. I see Bubba there. I give Bubba a big hug. I love that guy. And see Rick, and we sit down. Fire Marshal Bill, Tara, and Gunner goes up to the front. So we're watching. It's a great product. Big crowd, bigger than when we went the first time. And the crowd's hype. I mean, when you're in that intimate of a setting, like I could see why wrestlers would want to wrestle at that setting.
Yeah.
Because whether it's 500, 800 people, it feels like 2,000.
Yeah, it's a good.
It's very good, and it projects well. So he's watching everybody, and then we've never seen Danny, the girl, wrestle there because we've only watched one.
There must have been more girls. She was wrestling a girl, yes or no?
Yes,
okay,
yeah. She wrestled a girl, and so she's Gunner's favorite now.
That makes sense,
wrestler.
Of course. Yeah,
she's really good.
Yeah,
she's a fucking savage,
and she's probably like cut.
Well, the funny thing is, Rick was telling me she's lost like 80 pounds, and she's real little now.
Yeah, I have no idea what she's. I'm just guessing she's like shredded and
she looks great. Absolutely,
a fucking athlete.
She's definitely a champion athlete, but she's really good at her shit, and I really liked her too. But Hold My Beer Hansen's injured. He's got a bad ankle, but guess what? He still comes out singing, son, singing.
Yes,
killing the game. Jacob, Fire Marshal Bill, and Tara's kid. Drinking his beer right beside us, a Sprite. He knows Hold My Beer Hansen. And then at one point, the crowd is screaming, oh, shit, about something. Kids, adults, everybody. Oh, shit. And, it was fucking nuts, dude. It's just such a good part.
I love that Jacob was calling his Sprite his beer.
Yeah, because he's a winner, son. So he wins.
It's so cute.
And so, yeah, it was a great night. We missed the nasty, bloody, incredible match at the end because we were getting home because you and Griffin were getting home. So, but all in all, it was great. And I want to sit down and shoot the shit with Hold My Beer Hansen. I'm telling y'all, he's a superstar. And, I see us doing big things together. We're going to get an apartment together one day.
Okay.
And Hold My Beer Hansen.
Okay. Cool.
Such a good fucking. If I could have thought of that.
Yeah.
He
got to it before you, babe.
He's a genius.
Does he always wear the stretchy jean shorts?
Yes.
Okay. Because we just went the one time and he was my favorite, but he was a celebrity referee that night and he had on like super tight, stretchy jean shorts. They were fucking great. And I didn't know if that was like part of his thing every time.
Gary just corrected me. It was holy shit.
Holy shit. Okay.
And I mean, kids, adults, old people.
Was Jacob?
Everybody eventually. I looked up Gunner and all them. Holy shit. Because they had these two heavyweights that were going at it. They were each 300 plus.
Ooh.
And
heavyweight plus.
They were doing suplexes off the top fucking turnbuckle. And the fact that ring didn't collapse is shocking.
Quality ring he's got there, obviously. Bubba said he's seen the chain popping.
Dude, it's the real shit, sons. You come in with that motherfucker, man. People see it.
Definitely makes you, he said he was born with denim diapers.
Hold My Beer Hansen.
Yes. And a mullet.
Let me tell you, when Hold My Beer is in AEW or WWE and Southern Honor at the same time, and he catches fire, it's going to be fucking incredible.
And we'll say I told you so.
Because he reminds me of like an up-to-date Jim Hacksaw Duggan, who was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Growing up. And those guys catch on, and the world follows. Telling you, guys got it. Write it down, son.
Is that your softball teammate that said he scared you at Home Depot today?
Yes, he did. I was walking into Home Depot, and I hear, "Unk!" And it was a deep, violent unk. So I was like, oh, shit. Somebody's got smoked.
Somebody's mad.
And yeah, it was fucking Trey. High school legends.
Yep. Does he live up here too?
He was working up at the mill doing his IT shit. He's the real deal, but he's a smart IT guy.
Gotcha.
He does all the championship shit. All right, so boom, right off the bat, we got to talk about this real quick. We got a fake gas shortage going on.
This is so dumb.
It's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I mean, we are actually running out of gas, but it was not fucking necessary. Everybody, this is the fucking shit. It's just like the toilet paper shit with COVID.
It's it's a media created frenzy, but this is why if there's a World War III, we're fucked. And write it down, sons. We're the most selfish bastards, every man for themselves tactic I've ever seen. These fuckers that are hoarding the gas and putting it in canisters and fucking Target bags like idiots.
Target bags?
Oh, and tying it up and putting it in their trunk. All kinds of shit like that.
No, it's liquid.
They are fucking ridiculous.
Oh, my God.
And they're selfish pricks because if everybody just chill the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
Do whatever you got to do. You got to smoke you a doobie or some shit. Relax. Don't do what this fucking media tells you to do and that you're programmed to do. We're a bunch of fucking douchers. Collectively, we will get our asses handed to us if the shit has to go down. Now, Anderson, I know it's fixed. They said it's up and running.
It's been fixed, but yeah, and it was not necessary for everybody to go out and start filling up,
and getting selfish and saying fuck your neighbor
gas
who might need a little to go to work.
Right, exactly. Like, I get everybody going and putting gas in their gas tank, but sitting there and filling up 25 gas cans, or like whoever posted that picture, which I hope it wasn't real, of like, those big water reserve things that you see on
that's real.
On
There's
boats,
multiple people that did those.
filling up that with gas, like it's, whatever, 100 gallons or something. Like, all you're doing is fucking over your neighbors, and you're not going to use that gas. Yeah,
gas is going to go bad.
You're not going to use that before it goes bad, and now you just fucking wasted money and fucked over some of your neighbors that needed that gas to go to work.
Yeah, and plus you took about 5 years off your life by worrying about some shit you don't need to worry about. That's why people are going to drop like flies. That's why if we had to sign up to go do some shit, we're fucked. Fuck collectively. We are a nation of pussies that do not care about their neighbors anymore. It's unreal. Back in the day, motherfuckers would have been rationing this shit, making sure you spread the love. Not now, sons. You got Karens and douchers out there filling up every fucking gas jug they can find.
It's insane. I mean, I
over some bullshit just because fucking Anderson Cooper here, his buddy Wolf Blitzer, tells him that there's a fucking gas shortage. So boom, oh God.
Yep.
Got to take it as gospel. Fucking Wolf Blitzer.
I don't even know.
That guy's a fucking doucher.
Yeah. And apparently, is it real that Chick-fil-A is now experiencing a sauce shortage?
It's very real.
I know last time I went to Chick-fil-A, I told them I wanted, what was it? What the fuck do we get? Polynesian and buffalo. And I wanted 2 of each for my grilled nuggets. And I needed ketchup for Gunner's grilled nuggets. And I got 0.0 sauces in my bag. And this was before this whatever sauce shortage, whatever.
They asked me the other day for the first time ever in history at Chick-fil-A, I said I wanted the buffalo and the Polynesian, and they said, how many?
Yeah, that's fucking,
They're turning into McDonald's.
And then did they give you the number that you asked for?
Because, of course, so I go 2, because I don't want to be a gluttonous shat bag, even though I need 4 each. I asked for 2.
You do not need 4 each.
No, but I like to have extras just in case. Yeah, absolutely. So I went, I said 2. So I said 2 because I care about my neighbor. I see they're doing some shortage. Plus, we own our own vat of Polynesian that I forget about every time we go to Chick-fil-A.
It's wasteful.
We have our own vat.
I don't know.
Sell it.
I don't know what this means, but Gary said he was so concerned he just drove to Barrett Parkway to get cookies.
Yeah, he's so concerned about the gas shortage that he went all the way to Barrett to get cookies. He gives zero shits about it, just like I don't. I don't give a shit.
No.
We went and all we did was top off your tank.
And that's all. Yeah. That's all we, because I had, I don't know, a quarter of a tank or whatever, but we had to get to Woodstock and back for Gunner's game yesterday. And
it was time for you to get gas.
It was time for me to get gas. And
we got you gas.
Right. So that would have happened anyways.
Yeah. What should be more concerning to people is the fact that our fucking pipeline can be hacked. Listen, that's the new frontier of war, sons, is this fucking hackery. And we are way down on the totem pole when it comes to like cybersecurity and shit in this country. We are vulnerable. And right now, guess what? Our enemies beating their dicks, sons, because we're a nightmare. The United States looks like a bunch of douchers trying to fuck a football over here right now. we got elections still being recounted, dumb shit. We're ousting people from Congress and shit, and we don't know what the fuck's going on. Russia, North Korea, everybody's just over there jerking off. Signs like, oh, God. America the Great is crumbling. It's a fucking nightmare. Gas prices through the fucking roof. Food prices is incredible. Nobody's talking about that. Fucking chicken is the price of gold right now.
What?
Poultry is super expensive.
Why?
Because there's all this supply chain shit going on. Food is incredibly expensive right now. Groceries
I mean, I know
more.
we spend way too much on groceries, and it kills me. But I just thought it's because we shop at Publix, and Publix is kind of pricey.
Yeah, Crystal could be right. Like she thinks a lot like me as far as the conspiracy. She's like, I doubt it was even hacked. Could have been.
The Flash also said hacked or planned.
Now I've heard a couple of conspiracies of people saying like, because it really just affected the Southeast, this pipeline. I've heard people so far to being like that Biden and them are like, okay, we're going to fuck those southeastern states that
voted against,
aren't the most supportive and that are passing these election laws.
What are you talking about? Georgia is a blue state now, sir.
But we just passed our fair election laws, and that's upsetting to him.
Robert Owen wants to know what you think about Brett Favre's financial problems. What's going on with Brett Favre?
I don't like it.
Favre
does look like he's hit some financial troubles. Supposedly there is a loan out that he hasn't repaid like $600,000 of, and he's out there doing interviews like crazy.
Well, why? It was $600,000 loan?
It was like a $1.3 million, and he had to pay $600,000 of it back, and he hasn't. Something like that. But yeah, Favre's got a. If you know his whole story, he comes from stock that is not the best, like brothers, sisters, fuckery down there in Mississippi.
Yeah. And
I feel like he's
shady.
Put a lot of money
trying to help them.
Family helping, and I don't know how he's done with his finances, but it sucks, dude. I say come back again. Come on back and play.
Oh, here you go. He received $600,000 from Mississippi for multiple speaking events where he never showed up. Authorities tell Associated Press. Thank you, Robert Owen, for .net
get sued
for that bit of information. Yeah, that is not cool.
Yeah, and Chet's got a point. Like, too, there's been so many like recent shootings, and the country's just in peril, sons. We're a fucking nightmare. We just got to limp through to 2022 and get Congress back into some. Listen, I know it's going to hurt some people's feelings. Listen, that's fine, sons, but we got to get the conservatives to get back control of Congress. Just come on now. Whatever you think, hell, I don't give a shit, right? If you're a damn cool. Still love you, though, but fuck that.
Hey, guess what? You know what's going to happen is that there's going to be mass shootings, and it sucks, just like there was when there was a Republican president. And, you know, people are going to bitch that something needs to be done. Shit, nothing's going to be done. It's just going to be a different narrative coming from the White House.
Oh, it's always a narrative, but no, nobody.
And nothing's going to change, and life's going to go on, and we're all going to be fine.
Well, Chet's ready to move to the hills. He's already put a down payment on his compound, and he's ready to go off
on
the
a
grid.
plot of land out in an undesignated latitude, longitude that he won't tell anybody.
Here's the deal. So write this down, sons. People need to take a step back and learn to think critically again, because we've lost that ability. People instead, whatever they're fed, all right, whatever the news says, boom, that's this. Because the second motherfucker stopped giving a shit about this Rona and shit, they can't help but eventually they've got to succeed, and it's going to continue to dwindle away. It's a matter of how long you're willing to participate in fuckery and give up your liberty. Mm-hmm. How long can you do it? Can't do it. During recordings. Oh.
No, he's got you're looking at your phone,
I'm
baby.
Watching it. Yeah, that's right.
You were looking for it in your pocket. No, he's got his phone right there, Robert. He just, I think it's delayed to what he sees, so I was helping.
So let's get right into our first topic we want to talk about. Put this out today. Got a little heat. Got some participation. First off, listen, sons, you want to grow your social media? All right? You want some people to get engaged? Post some shit about what you like to eat. Motherfuckers come out of the woodwork, sons. Uncle Randy says he likes ketchup on his steak. People are telling me my credit score's ruined. Boom. I've heard some original shit, which is all funny.
That was hysterical.
But I got a few doozies here. I wrote them down. The Mayor, John Little, highly offended by it. Houdini definitely hates Uncle Randy now. Asgar, the whiskey giant, I think unfriended me over that. The only person that supported me was Mrs. Fire Marshal Bill.
And so Rick Cope also, I don't know if you saw it or not, you went and helped his wife unload a table
today
with Casey from Casey Customs Woodwork with her husband, Sean, to get a table in her house. Well, Rick posted that he's not even going to make fun of you for putting ketchup on your steak because you helped.
What a guy there. Rick the champion.
So he made fun of you by not making fun of you.
Yeah, and listen, sons, when you're a champion and you lead, you don't have to follow the fucking rules. I get the man code thing of, oh, no ketchup on your steak makes you a little bitch, sons. Mm-hmm. Cool, it ruins the cut of steak because we're manly. Fuck that, sons.
Oh, Mrs. Kilmer just texted me a screenshot of an article from April 27th on CNN. Predicting the gas shortage. Said coming this summer, gas stations running out of gas.
Wow.
Nice. And the screenshot has us in the corner.
So I want to get to this about the steak thing. All right. Listen, I get the man codes thing. Listen, and I'm guilty, sons. So don't feel bad about throttling Uncle Randy's balls about the ketchup. If you don't like it, bust my balls, sons. I'm fine with it. But here's the deal. I've got things that I'm the same as you guys, where I got to troll people. I don't agree with it. I'm like that about drinking out of a straw. So I'm just as guilty of being like, Uncle Randy's no bitch, sons. I don't drink out of straws. Right?
I drink out of a straw all day with my water.
Yeah. Dudes that drink out of straws, guaranteed bitches, sons. That's just how I was raised. Don't drink out of straws. Oh, Casey's chiming in.
Yeah, she got her ass ripped for asking for ketchup at Ruth's Chris, which, I mean, my dad, I think, probably shakes his head in disappointment when you're putting ketchup on a steak.
Sure.
But he would, really good steaks, I always remember them saying, not even A1, nothing. It's insulting.
Yeah, but that's just being a fucking idiot, because if someone likes the ketchup and they like the steak, guess what? Now they're double winning.
Well, but if you really just like the flavor of the steak, it's all a matter of personal preference.
And that's what I'm saying.
You
it's
don't
not logical.
You don't like the taste of steak as much as you like it with ketchup. So it's all it is a difference of preference.
Exactly. Like I'm saying about the straws. It doesn't make any sense. It's not a real thing. But you're not going to catch Uncle Randy sucking a straw dick, son. It's just not going to happen. You other guys, hey, you want to take the straw, goddamn, and you're just not man enough to put your mouth on that cup that barely got washed back in the back of the restaurant, then that's you. But guess what? No COVID here. Been drinking out of the glass, sons. No Rona, sons.
Holma Beer Hansen said he drank straight from the Waffle House cup.
Yeah. I give zero shits. From the cup where I still see the mouth prints from the others that have drank on it.
Oh, did you see, or it was playing on my phone yesterday, or maybe you were watching it. I saw it on TikTok where it was that's how Southerners make everybody go to Waffle House. Yeah. And the guy's like, oh, so it must be really good food. The staff is really clean. And
that's Parker Stopanol. That's Jason's brother. That's his video. That's Parker that is in that video. He does that now. That got 1.2 million views. Claire posted it and said, this is my son. He's so creative. This is what he
his
does.
video got one. I mean, it was just in my feed scrolling through TikTok the other day.
I was watching it because Claire had posted it on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I heard you listen to it, and I was laughing because I had already seen it on TikTok. So that's Parker?
That's Parker. Grown up.
I have to go back and look at it, but it's fucking hysterical because it's so true.
Yeah. And speaking of them, this is totally random, but with Memorial Day coming up, and we always post, I don't want y'all to get it out of context. I posted the other day the letter that Griffin had did and what we do at Memorial Day, and it's really a great practice that we still do. It's a tradition now where we made, I think Griffin was 10 or 11 when we started it. We wanted him to kind of learn what Memorial Day is about. And so we taxed him with looking up a local soldier that gave his or her life on the line.
Killed in action, yeah.
Yes, killed in action, serving the country.
The ultimate sacrifice.
So he looked up and he found Jason Stopanol and wrote a little report about him. And so we went and visited him at Georgia National Cemetery and thanked him, took the boys, and power of social media, we got linked up to his parents who
we happened to have a
wonderful.
mutual friend somehow.
We did.
So they saw our pictures somehow like popped up on their social media because we shared a mutual friend, and they were like, "That's our son's grave," and like they were wondering because I think they had gone right after us and seen that it had been decorated with stuff, and they were like, "Oh my God, I was wondering who did that," and now we're friends.
And
they're wonderful
so
people.
Great, yes. And she sent us dog tags for the boys of Jason. So when we talk about Jason at Memorial Day, I just want you to know that that's kind of a tradition now.
And it's
boy,
also
is it a great teacher for your kids.
It is. And my mom happens to be in that same cemetery now. So,
she is.
I mean, we are already,
That's the best cemetery I've ever been to.
yeah. So
It's
we
beautiful.
were already so familiar with that cemetery from going there every Memorial Day. And we've gone there and done wreaths across America for several years. So, I mean, we always knew that when my parents died, that's where they were going to get buried because my dad's a veteran. And, but yeah, now my mom is just right around the corner from where Jason is, but she's cremated. So she's in one of the, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called.
Oh,
but it's a beautiful
Anderson
place.
Cooper said his steak is a vessel for his. You sound like Brooke.
I know. I put A1 on my chicken burgers.
And hamburgers, yeah,
My
steaks,
chicken burger,
whatever,
hamburger
anything.
steaks. They're so good. That's what we had tonight. I love A1.
All right, so we're diving into it. Here's the first topic we're going to talk about. We're talking about the parents and kids being their entire world. This is a very emotional topic. People get very sensitive because you see a lot of them, and I'm not generalizing, but you tend to see the like Facebook posts like the one that I showed that is one says like my kids are my whole world, right?
It's
you
just
see a
like
lot
a
from
yeah.
moms.
Yeah.
More so moms than dads.
Yes.
But, and I understand it, but the reason I guess that it strikes me.
Because if I think what you're trying to say is that if I sat there and said that our kids are my entire world, you'd be like, well, who the fuck am I?
Well, I would think our marriage was in
Right.
danger.
Yes. You'd be
me.
like, hello. Hi.
This is, again, just my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm nobody. I don't know shit. This is just my personal thought.
No. And I agree with you. I love our kids so fucking
Absolutely.
much.
Me too. I mean,
and I would fucking die for them. But there would be no kids without you.
No. And
they're going to go off and have their own families someday if we are doing things right.
yes, I mean, it's tough because kids do tend to stay in the nest longer now. Not here, sons. They're 18 and gone. I've laid the rule down. You're fired.
No, Gunnar said he wants to stay home and go to college, and I was like, "That's fine. That's fine.
He's going
stay
to
with
college.
mommy."
I say you fly away, go away to college.
Or just he says he wants to buy a house in our neighborhood so he can stay, and I'm like, "Yes,
That's
yes,
fine with me.
yes,
That's great.
yes."
You're just moving out.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
Moving out.
Get a house like just around the
It
corner.
doesn't mean I don't love them. I mean, that's absolutely everything you just said is absolutely true.
Because
but
your kids leave. You and I are the ones that but we are going to be together in forever. So that's the relationship that you have to really concentrate on as number one in your life.
yes, in my opinion, yeah. And you've got the reason I say that is because if you come from a home Like, 50% of kids now come from broken homes, right? So you got these divorces.
And one of our kids is
Absolutely. And if you've been through one where it wasn't right and you had problems and maybe you weren't putting each other first because you weren't happy or this or that, and then you become happy, then you realize like, oh, this is better for my kids to see.
Correct.
To help mold them. Because regardless of what you think, we're all here to rear our kids the best we can. We're all doing the best job we can. We're a bunch of fucking idiots. There is no perfect parent. We all fuck up all the time. But the goal, right, is to let them see how a good relationship goes. So when they start having their relationships, they understand how those interactions should look.
And they have something to strive for.
Yeah, they look and they see, damn, mom and daddy.
They love each other.
They love each other. Hell, they still...
I mean, that's what I've always told you about my parents. They were my role models of what a good, loving marriage should be.
Oh, sure.
So that's how I knew my first marriage was not going to last. Because I knew that I did not feel about him the way my parents felt about each other. And I was like, this is bullshit. That's not...
Well, no, yeah, that's what your kids learn from that, right? They soak in everything we do, say.
Yeah.
And so when I say that, and listen, it's going to be up to what you believe spiritually. Everything I was raised in at church, your relationship goes Christ, spouse, kids.
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
That's how it goes. And that should be your rank and file. Now, I'm not saying everybody's got to believe that. You believe whatever you want. But I think when it comes to your household, if that is out of sorts, if those are reversed, guess what? Somebody's not getting laid, sons. Not much. The kids mean everything.
If the kids are first,
not enough
and your marriage is
sons.
second, then yes. And what happens there is that your kids aren't being shown what a good, healthy, strong marriage is. So it can also affect their future relationships on how they expect to be treated and how they expect how they're going to treat somebody.
And when life kicks them in the dick and when mom and dad
aren't around,
when they tragically pass away from a heart attack of this age or whatever, or they're just out on their own, life kicks them in the dick.
Or they catch syphilis from a sex worker because they weren't getting it.
They life kicks them in the dick. They're going to be thinking that there's always a fallback, and that's not real life.
No, that's not real life.
Most people that get kicked in the dick, they go to grab onto the fucking walls, and there are no walls. Your dick just goes down deep into the earth. And you decide right then, like, okay, I am on my own. I do have to dig my dick out of this dirt and see what happens.
Yeah.
That's the real truth, son. So that's what I mean about it. And I think it's just I see it so much, and it isn't anything about anyone personally, because a lot of people post that versions of that shit, and it just kind of hits me as a pet peeve. That's why I always jump on it. And again, hey, my page, I'm going to post whatever the fuck I want, son. You can like it, don't like it. You can call me a cocksucker. I'm cool with it, son.
And it's not like, you're not hating on people for loving their kids, but it's like, just take a second to realize what that means when you're saying your kids are your entire fucking world. Now, there's some people that don't have a spouse and their kids are their entire fucking world.
Yeah. I still think you need to intentionally hold some of that back for their betterment.
Well, but I also know several single parents that, that they do still have the right order of like Christ.
Yeah.
Blank spot. Kids.
I also know people though that are married and supposedly happy, and their kids sleep in the bed with them until they're 13. And that's not right. That's not happy.
No.
Daddy not getting the dickie in.
No.
That is a blanket of no sex.
And that's the whole, like, how you can't
kids in the bed at Uncle Randy's.
No, and you can't.
It never happens.
But you can't get quality sleep either. That's also a very important part of life, is getting a good night's sleep.
I go with quality fucking. If you have it, quality fucking.
That's the number one reason. But I'm saying, secondarily to that, you also have a fucking kids sleep like a goddamn tornado. You're getting kicked in the ribs.
Oh yeah.
You didn't get enough of that when you were pregnant? You want them in the bed with you for 13 more years, so they're kicking you in the ribs and punching you in the face while you're sleeping? And hell no.
Well, so this leads into, we got some questions, and I always kind of save them up so they kind of fit with the theme that we're doing. So we got a few of these. I want to run these by you, let you chime in. But I want to put this out here, because Uncle Randy does his research, sons. There's no fuckery here. This is from the Journal of Family Psychology.
Ooh, fancy.
The single largest factor in determining a child's social, emotional, and cognitive development is the emotional connection between their parents. Period.
The parents, mom and dad, their connection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or if they got two mommies.
Or
two
whatever.
Daddies,
Yes.
whatever. That
Or mom and
connection.
stepdad. And
That
and
connection,
dad and
though,
stepmom,
is
yeah.
the single largest factor.
yeah.
So put that in your dick hole and fuck it, sons. Let that marinate and think about it.
Which is why I'm so, what is it determined now?
It's
Their
the
emotional.
single largest factor in determining their social, emotional, cognitive development is the emotional connection.
That's why
between
I'm so
parents.
socially and emotionally and cognitively developed. Because my parents had the best fucking
There was
relationship.
no doubt. For as long as humanly possible, your mom was a sex kitten, sons. She loved your daddy.
And dad is here
He
for
did.
it.
She was the. She was hot pants.
And she was his entire world.
Absolutely. So cheers to the fucking.
Cheers.
All right, so here's the first question.
Hi.
My husband's mother wants to tell
What
me
is
how
this
to
again?
cook.
Peach vodka. It's good.
My husband's mother always wants to tell me how to cook. I've cooked my own shit for 5 years before we were married. I don't need her help.
Okay.
What should I say to her?
I think it's one of those things that's like she's trying to, she thinks she's being helpful, but it's one of those like she's being overbearing. You need to, I mean, it depends on how much you fucking care about hurting her feelings. And, you know, for me, I would probably bitch it to you first and then have you say something to her.
Which is a fair tactic to use. And listen, if your priorities are right and your wife or husband comes to you with a complaint about
Your parent.
the in-laws,
Yeah.
you better side with your spouse.
Yes.
Because you've left that that's your new family.
Yes.
Like there's an order to shit.
And your
sons.
parents should respect your relationship
And
with your spouse.
They especially will if you throw the smoke one time. If
And-
you're like, hey,
right.
don't be fucking with my
And she
shit.
might not be, it probably is not with any ill will. She might be like, oh, Jimmy used to love this when he was a kid to cook it this way. And maybe little Jimmy needs to go to his mom and be like, hey, mom, I like the way my wife cooks it. Or maybe when the wife says that to him, he'll be like, yeah, I wish you did cook it that way.
Yeah. So,
But who knows?
I agree with you on all that, but I also think you need to know, and you kind of touched on this, who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
Because, like, my nanny, I'm sure that my mom, who is a fantastic cook, cooks great shit. She's always been an awesome cook. My nanny, also a championship cook.
I bet you Nanny was telling your mom how to
I
cook.
guarantee you gave my mom
Guarantee
smoke
it, yes.
about every recipe she had, and nothing's going to change that.
No.
With Nanny.
No.
That's just how she was.
She gave everybody the smoke.
So you got to pick your battles. So this one to me is pretty minimal. You got to come better than that. If she's just fucking with your food, I say just take it on the chin, suck it the fuck up, and gripe about it when she leaves.
Yeah. I mean, because it's harmless. You know, it's not. Yes, exactly.
There's nothing there like emotionally scarring.
No. And that's a very just mother-in-law-ish thing to do. You know? Because they, you know, moms, especially moms and their boys, they're very involved usually with their entire lives and all of the things that are, so it's like, I think at that point she's probably like feels left out, like my baby doesn't need me anymore and I need to have some kind of input.
Yeah, I think though, my thing
But it's
is
harmless
get some
and
real problems.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so here's another one. My wife's parents give her money all the time to buy things we can't afford. I resent that. I wish they would let us run our own lives.
Where was that going?
So basically, you got one side is more well off, and the parents
Okay.
are.
I think they're not. They're trying to help. They're not saying you fucking suck at life, so we're giving you this money.
Listen.
Probably, unless they say that when they give it to you. I don't know.
to this listener, guess what? You're fucked because you haven't listened to all these episodes. You definitely didn't do the dick method that I said you do before you get married. Because the C is for cash.
Oh, and the I?
In-laws.
In-laws.
Yeah. K is kids. What was the D?
Dreams.
Dreams, you're right. The dick method, sons. Before you marry somebody, give them the dick method. Are your dreams compatible? What was the I?
In-laws.
Again? In-laws. Can you deal with these fuckers for the rest of your life? What are y'all on the same page with your cash? K
Kids.
is kids. Those things aren't covered, and if they're not covered in depth, your marriage fails. Boom. Write it down, sons. The dick method.
Those are all
guaranteed to work.
Very important things that are deal breakers for many people. So, well, yeah, Aunt Donna says, Mama told me how to cook when I was at her house, helping her cook Thanksgiving. Yeah, but that's your mom.
But Nanny, I agree with Donna. Though.
And, yeah.
By the way, powerful Aunt Donna, legend here in Silvertown. I don't think she realizes the celebrity that she is.
Everybody loves you, Aunt Donna. You have to come here one day this summer.
Soon. Chet might be the biggest Aunt Donna fan.
Stallone
and Chet. I think Chet's overcome.
Stallone and Chet have adopted you as their aunt as well.
Yeah. Chet loves some Aunt Donna. Every time we get together, he asks about Aunt Donna.
Yeah.
When is Aunt Donna coming? I need to see Aunt Donna. Aunt Donna didn't comment on my auction, which really hurt his feelings a lot, by the way, Aunt Donna.
Are they friends on Facebook?
I don't know.
That's adorable if they are.
Yeah, you need to friend request Colin Chu so you can see when he does auctions, even if it's without Uncle Randy, because he has learned from the best. He's good. He's really good. They're funny. He can do it on his own now.
Yeah. You've
another one that I mentored.
A little bird set free.
Fly away. But yeah, so about the money thing, listen, if y'all didn't get on the same page about this, that's your problem. You didn't do the dick method. Clearly you're not, because this guy might be like, hey, let us build. I'm over here budgeting, telling her we can't get this fucking thing. And then boom, you override me. That leads to bigger problems. So this is bigger than it sounds.
Is it the spouse overriding him and going and getting money from her parents, or her parents are just giving it to them?
It sounds like from this question, like that we'll just say this, it's not being chauvinist, but say the husband, we'll do it reverse because you handle our finances. So say Brooke is like, Uncle Randy, because that's what she calls me.
Oh my God, no, I don't.
We're not getting new furniture. We can't afford it right now. That is way down on the list. And then I'm talking to my mom or dad, and they're like, don't worry, sweet tits. We love you.
Papa Randy says,
here's 10 grand. Go buy that living room suit you want. And so I come home with a truck, new furniture, and you're like, I just laid that law down about, what we need to save. So it kind of, that is kind of interference that you need to be on the page about.
However, if that was the situation, I'd be like, was that our money? Because you're dead if it's our money. And if it was like, I went and got it from my parents, I'd be like, cool, but fuck you, but cool.
Yes, I agree. I'm honestly, if this is reversed, I'm like,
sweet.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Somebody gave us money to do this. Awesome.
Me too.
The
only thing I'm more mad about is if that furniture was number 3 and what we really wanted was like, that sweet 1991 Camaro we were just looking at.
I thought you were going to use that as the example.
No, but that sweet Camaro.
That you thought was $5,000 and Kilmer was like, no, $19,000.
No, and see, but most people don't have parents like that. Like, that's not a real thing.
No.
And you're not going to ever, that's the same thing as not getting out of mommy and daddy's house. If they're still paying for your shit, I say this all the time, I don't give a fuck. If your parents still pay your insurance or your cell phone bill or anything, you're still on the tit, sons. You're still on the fucking tit, and I don't want to hear about it. You're not on your own. Don't say you're on your own. If they pay for a dick hair of what you do
of any
your
of your bills, it's
own.
not like my dad still gives us like
you get a birthday
money and Christmas money, but that's just being that's what he does.
That's just because you come from a family that's got money
for our entire lives, and we're his babies.
But you got to handle, just I don't think you're on unless you're doing that. Now that's not to say like people get inheritances, and that's fine. I love that. I love when a family's prepared.
But it's
and you get an inheritance. That's awesome.
But
I don't want to minimize that because inheritances are great.
And you earned it.
You sure do. You're a family member. You can
Family
get
member.
whatever.
And most people would rather have that family member in their life and not
course.
the fucking money.
Of course they would.
Or whatever they were left, you know? Like that's where people get it fucking twisted where they're like, oh, well, she just has that because of, you know, and those people should fuck right off.
They should fuck right off. Yeah, an inheritance, you should never say that because, listen, nobody would want, they would rather have their
have their loved one here than whatever fucking monetary value they got from it.
And that's not the same as your mommy still paying your cell phone bill. So don't get it twisted, sons. If your mommy still pays your cell phone bill, you're still a little basic bitch, okay? If you're 40 as fuck and your mommy still pays the cell bill.
Or your insurance or something.
Oh, yeah, you're still on daddy's insurance or mommy's insurance. Guess what? Loser, sons. You can't be a champion that way. You can't be a champion.
I haven't had my parents pay any bills for me since I graduated college, which was at like 24? Yeah. 23? 23.
Brooke with
24.
The 8-year
I was 6 years, so 23 when I graduated, and I think maybe one more year they kept me on their insurance because they wanted to claim me as a dependent, and they could, and then I was out, and yeah, because I mean, it would have. There was a couple times where I was like way down and out because I knew they would help me if I really needed them to, but they also raised me to be independent. And there were a couple times in my late 20s where I think I had to go crawling back to mom and dad for help with something, but not since then.
Yeah, and that's fine. That happens, and you're very lucky you got a great family. You do come from a good family.
Chet says his parents are on his tit because they use my Peacock TV account. Now, we do share a Netflix account with my sister, but...
That's different. That's not mommy and daddy.
No, it's not.
We share that shit.
My dad wouldn't know how to start a Netflix account. we help him with that.
No, he's on the tit now because he's on our cell phone and shit. And
he's on my cell phone bill.
Yeah, so fuck that. All right, here's the last one on the in-laws. And this is a pet peeve of Uncle Randy's, son, so I get it. My husband's parents just drop in unannounced all the fucking time. Sometimes I'm in the middle of a project or want to have relations, and I can't complete it. I wish they would respect our schedules and call in advance. What are your thoughts?
Just call in advance. Why is that so hard? Just call ahead of time. Because, yeah, we have lives. Like, call ahead of time. Don't just pop in. Yeah,
I think it's rude as fuck, son.
So rude.
If the in-laws want to come home and, you got the getting your fuck on, then they're just going to have to wait. They're just not going to get the door answered. You're not going to interrupt.
No. The door's just not going to get answered.
Yeah, you're not going to interrupt my climax, son. Uncle Randy has to finish.
We put our phones on.
With authority.
I put my phones on silent. You do not put your phone on silent. But it's not like you answer it, but it's still ding, ding.
But listen, when Uncle Randy climaxes, we have it built into our home Nest system where thunderous applause happens as soon as Uncle Randy climaxes every time. I don't know how you did that, though, but I love it. Don't change it. I don't know how that Siri knows that. It makes me feel weird now saying it, but I don't know
Siri
how that
doesn't
works.
make it. It just happens every single time that, like, you get a text message or...
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, it's like clockwork. When Uncle Randy finishes,
like,
there'll be a ding. Ding.
Realize, Rick Cope's daughter said he helped me out one time, bailed me out of jail one time. I fucking love that family.
Yeah, no, I have got to hang out with her and have her and you hang out soon. Like, I'm hoping maybe when
from the stories Gary told, like, me and her and Tara could be dangerous if we, like, just went out on the town to cause a ruckus.
Yeah, I would hope that, hopefully we get that to where that hangout sesh could happen. I don't want to really necessarily bring you both on here with me and Gary.
Yeah.
So that's not going to look good when y'all dominate us. That's not good for our brands.
But we wouldn't do that to y'all.
Yeah, you would.
I think we would compliment you and also beat you up a little. Yeah. Because we're not going to demasculinate you. Is that too many syllables?
No, you better not. Better not.
Because that's not the kind of wives we are. We like to support you and build you up. Also keep you in check. Also keep you in check so you don't get too big for your britches. Yeah. And you and Gary can get pretty big for your britches.
Yeah, by the way, I want to share with people. I'll give it to you straight. Old white boy Rick. Talked about him here in the championship, Silvertown a lot. Beautiful home. As you were talking about earlier, when it helped with the table today. Beautiful house.
Yep.
Heather is quite the decorator. That can't be Rick.
It doesn't surprise me. Of course it's Heather.
No, it is very
Just
nice.
like how Fire
It's
Marshal
beautiful.
Bill's house is his wife.
Yeah, it's meticulous there too, but Rick's is beautiful. And so shout out to
That was
them.
the first thing he said when he got home was like, their house is fucking gorgeous.
No, it's awesome. It was very well done. Rick definitely outkicked his coverage there. God, he must have a wiener on him.
Something.
White boy must have a wiener the size of this fucking table.
Because she is a delight and she is cute as a button.
He's got a dong on him the size of this fireball.
I mean,
sons.
yeah.
White boy Rick, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, and
He does have that big dick confidence.
Oh, he's got the biggest dick confidence ever. All right, so this is gonna be the last question we were submitted. This is for us. Hey, Married AF, love the show. Was hoping maybe you both would mind sharing your top 3 pet peeves that you find in other people. Of course we will. We're happy to do that. We do it all the time.
Isn't that what we do?
Yeah,
every
time.
show.
But so we can go.
We love to judge and point out other people's shit that gets on our nerves.
No, we can go ahead. We can go all day. You go ahead and you can go first, babe.
So this is like is this petty shit like my sunglasses inside thing or is it like I don't want somebody to try and fucking like force their politics on me.
Whatever you want.
If somebody rolls up and wants to force their politics on me.
What are your top 3 turnoffs when meeting new people?
Politics.
Politics? All right.
And I love you. I know you like to talk about politics, but like you don't force it on me.
No. I don't force it on anyone, sons. I don't give a fuck what you believe, but I'm not going to not tell you what I believe if you bring it up and want to discuss it.
Right.
You can believe whatever the fuck you want. It's not going to bother me for shit. Trust me. You can be whatever you want to be. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to change it to make you happy what my thoughts are.
Yep. And so...
Politics, number 1 for you. Number 2.
Anything that they say that's like disparaging their spouse, like talking bad about their spouse or their kids, or can that be 2 and 3?
No, that's 1 overall. So
if they start spouting off about like how they're just bad shit, I don't like that.
For 1, never do that. Number 2, that marriage is over. It's over. You can limp through another year.
And
or
don't
two
talk shit about your kids either. Like as far as like their appearance or something, you know, like that's just not that's terrible. You're a bad person.
All that's
you're,
bad, but
you're,
guess what?
You're a
Your
garbage
marriage is over.
person.
Go ahead and just file the papers.
Yeah, and you're a garbage person. Also, God. Oof. I don't know. I feel like I do everything that is like petty and like superficial. I feel like.
I mean, your sunglasses are.
No, that's not. It's not like a personality thing, though. Like I'm not gonna not be friends with you. I'm definitely gonna judge you very harshly. But I mean, anybody that comes up and starts talking about like status.
Chet's got a good one. He's basically talking about people that come throwing money in your face. I could see that.
Is that what I just said? Status, like their status, like trying to like, okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Being a one-upper. Everything you have to fucking say, they've got a story about that, but it's better.
Well, let me tell you, my answers are way better than yours.
I'm going to fucking strike you.
No,
yeah,
that's fair.
being
real.
a one-upper gets under my skin. I will straight up walk away from you mid-sentence. If you start one-upping everything, and like everybody does it every once in a while. Everybody's got like, you know, I mean, I know I've one-upped somebody before in life, but if it becomes like every fucking thing that you say, they have something that's just bigger and better, and they have to try and show off and be like, no, but look at me. We are not friends, and don't fucking call me. Don't talk to me. It's just not happening.
Yeah, that's a bad
Go
one
find friends elsewhere.
So we share one in common. The bad mouthing your spouse.
Yes, I know.
That one is mutually shared. I can't stand that. passive aggressive, taking digs at your spouse. Both guys and women do it, and it's as equally douchey whether you're the guy or the girl. If you passively aggressively bash on your spouse to me, or I hear it in a group, you're going to the end of the line. You know, you're not. I'm not going to fuck with you. I'm not going to go out of my way to fuck with you if you do that, because I don't need that shit in my life, sons. I don't need that kind of bullshit, because guess what? Your marriage is over, sons. Mm-hmm. This is Married AF. We know how to tell you. I can sniff a bad marriage a mile away, and if you're posting passive-aggressive shit on your Facebook account about your spouse, guess what? Going to be divorced within 3. Easy. Probably 1. But it's over. It's over.
So what's your other 2?
My number 1 is nails. We talked about that. Was highly...
Okay, so you're way more superficial than mine, even.
Way more superficial.
Okay.
And
great.
Listen, people are what they are. Nails,
so your physical appearance, fingernails.
Nails, fingernails, toenails.
Because it tells you
my biggest...
about...
Here's the honest truth. The fingernails are more than the toenails. I know we joke about the toenails because it's funnier, but fingernails really are the ones like that I look at and I'm going to be like, oh, we can't be friends. The fingernails are too long. They're nasty. I got no problem with dirty hands, like mechanics, people that work with their hands, rough hands. Hell, that's being a champion,
happen.
son.
That's being a blue collar champion, and you're fucking working hard for your family.
Nails that are dirty from hard work.
Yes.
I respect and love that.
But it's if there's dirt under your fingernails, like you've been gardening, but you haven't been.
Don't garden.
But there's no garden in sight.
No, and if
that says a lot about your overall cleanliness and how much you care about.
I guarantee you that your junk stinks. You don't use a bidet. You smear ass shit all over with your striking paper.
Like, what's in there?
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, that's ages of shit.
Why is it black?
Everything. It grosses me out. But if you got the long pinky nail and you're like, Uncle Randy, that's my blunt splitter. Guess what? We're going to fist fight right then and there. I'm going to bust your fucking mouth, all right? If you got a long pinky blunt splitter and you're 45, guess what? Fucking stop. You should have a pocket knife that you can split your blunts with if that's what you're into. Don't grow up the stupid pinky nail. Guess what? Now we got a fist fight. I don't want a fist fight, but I will.
No.
That's some horse shit, sons. Can't win with you. Can't fight
Just
with
say
you.
It's your cocaine nail, because that's what it is.
Just say, hey, sorry, Uncle Randy. I realized I messed up.
Yeah.
I'll fix it immediately. Where are your fingernail clippers?
Yeah.
And I'll offer them to you. Just like I said with toenails.
And then we'll set them on fire, because I don't want that.
At Uncle Randy's home, there is always a box at the front door that says complimentary socks. That if you come in with horrible toenails and you know it and you want to preemptively save the relationship, like, okay, I got awful feet and awful toenails. Yeah. Can I borrow a pair of these complimentary socks? They're like the ones they give you to try on when you're buying new shoes.
The little like booty socks.
Yeah. Put those things on and we still win together. Mm-hmm. I respect it. You're good to go. Yeah. Fingernails, though, if you want to come in mittens and I don't get to look at them,
or just trim your nails and wash your hands.
Trim them for God bless, sons. Those long fingernails. Guess what? And I know you're a bitch. You don't train, sons. You don't train like Uncle Randy. No place is going to let you train with those bitch-like fingernails.
That's how I know it's time to trim Gunner's fingernails. Like every week is when I start seeing, because he's 7, so he does get dirt, and because he's digging in the dirt when he's playing.
Sure. And
when I get him in the bath and I'm like, okay, let me see your fingernails and your toenails, like that's how I know it's time to trim them, so that I can cut them and then get the fucking dirt off.
No, and it's tough to pass this on when kids are younger, because it's hard for me that both of my boys, I have to stay on them about their fingernails, because I've been, as long as I can remember back, I've been like, I don't know where it came from.
You've been up Griffin's ass since he was at least 7 coming here, yeah.
Honestly, I think a lot of it was Aunt Donna keeping my nails. I can't say for sure, but I think there was a point in my life where it was mandated my nails be short and proper, and they've stayed that way.
Well, and then when you start doing like jujitsu and like the whatever MMA, like that, it's required.
Yeah, you can't train anywhere with long nails.
Because
they'll
kick
like you right out. You scratch people. It's not going to happen.
Exactly.
Toenails too. If you got long talon-like toenails, you're fired.
What's your number 3? You went on for an hour about fingernails.
Being the victim all the time.
Oh, yes. That's a good one.
If you're the victim all the time, I can't win with you. I can't be with you. Honestly, I won't even relate to you.
Such a pet
peeve.
Because,
listen, I've been as far down as you can be before. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've been where we have no money, no dollars. And there was nobody to whine to. Not going to whine about it.
No, and we're not going to post it on Facebook that it's somebody else's fault.
No, I mean,
or blame somebody else. It's
fucking.
You just got to own it.
It kills me, sons. It's so much easier, and you'll be so much more free when you decide that. Guess what? It's okay. You don't have to blame other people. Sometimes shit just doesn't work your way.
It's not always someone else's fault.
You just got to figure it the fuck out. That's just how life is. Because I remember one time, this is probably the best thing my dad ever told me. There was one time, I remember, I don't know exactly when it was, but he was like, life is good for you right now. It hasn't kicked you in the balls yet. So don't be, just be prepared. And I remember at the time being like, whatever, that's never going to be. It's the truth. Eventually, life can kick you in the dick. Whether it's self-inflicted, if it's not self-inflicted, if it's, job loss because of fucking a horrible, corrupt government, that's one. But still, there's no victimhood. You just got to pick your shit up and go get another fucking job.
Even if, it's...
I can't stand the blame thing. I want winners that instead look for, what do I got to do to fix it?
Right.
What do I need to do? Come to me. If you come gripe to me, I can take that as a friend. Like, I can listen to your problems. If after you telling me the problem, you contribute toward, what do you think we got to do to fix it? I'll help you fix it. I'm okay with helping you with everything I've got.
As long as you're not just pointing fingers and being like, it's this person's fault, it's this person's fault. It's all them. I didn't do anything. I just am just being my awesome self. Everybody else just fucking sucks.
Sure.
And woe is me. Like, I can't fucking stand that. Right. Nope. You know what? Because even if technically, let's say somebody else caused your like strife, whatever happened, like you were fucked over in some way, you know what? Doesn't help to point fingers and sit there and be like, oh, it's because somebody else like took credit for whatever. You know what?
That's life, though.
Pull up, exactly. That's fucking life. Pull up your fucking panties.
Yeah, listen, champions have multiple.
And peace out, yeah.
You got to have, listen, in this day and age, if you don't have multiple streams of income and multiple ways that you can make moves, you're fucked. You can't sit here and depend anymore on a guaranteed you're going to work somewhere for 30 fucking years.
Well, and even if you don't have like an actual like secondary income, you got to be able to like quickly like pivot and figure shit out.
Yeah. You can't, you don't have time to sit and make that period of, oh, it's me. When you need a job, your full-time job is getting that new job.
Getting the new job, yes.
Having a new gig. Also having a skill to where if you got to bounce or you get bounced, that you're valuable somewhere else, even if it's temporary, before you start your own thing, that can get you in the door somewhere quickly.
Yeah, because all you're doing, when you're sitting there crying about and trying to point fingers, all you're doing is wasting time and losing out on your next opportunity. And you look like a bitch, and you suck.
Well, yeah, and I can't deal with you. I can't win. I can't win with you if that's your go-to method. So just know that if you're a whiny bitch and your way is being a victim.
Nope. Can't do it.
I'm not going to be able to kick it with you. Not going to do shots with you. Not going to win championships with you.
You don't get any of this fireball. If you're a whiny.
Very much.
Oh, God,
gone.
yeah.
We'll finish that off.
How much is even in there? Is that even like a quarter of a shot?
No, it's about a quarter. Here's the deal, though. We're about to go, and I'm going to get my underpants. We're going to watch Jupiter's Legacy.
Yeah, you've skipped about 800 episodes.
I didn't skip any. I watched them.
I said you watched them without me.
Yes, I did.
Well, I've been watching Good Girls without you because...
Yes. If you're not watching Jupiter's Legacy, you're missing out. For one of the more handsome men to ever walk the earth. My twin, Josh Duhamel.
He finally got rid of fucking Fergie, who is my arch nemesis.
Nighthawks, dude, I look at him and I see...
Nighthawk,
I can't see how those two haven't competed for every job in Hollywood.
You said that when he was here.
I know,
they look like they could be cousins.
Yeah, if they weren't... Like, if Nighthawk didn't show up and Josh Duhamel was sitting there, I'm upset. And if Duhamel didn't show up and Nighthawk was there, I'm upset. They are the same height. Nighthawk's more ripped.
Way more ripped.
Yeah, way more ripped. Both probably equally ruggedly handsome.
They're both equally
very
handsome. Nighthawk's, I mean, they're both pretty funny. But you know what?
I think Nighthawk's funnier.
We know Nighthawk on a personal level, and I think he's funnier.
But Nighthawk did also say Josh Duhamel's a good guy. He has competed with him and been out.
And he bounced on Fergie because I bet she's terrible.
Yeah. I bet her pussy was huge.
Okay, they do have a child together, but
but I feel like she had a gaping vagina.
Can't fucking stand her face. Like, I really hate her face.
She's one of the few people you loathe looking at her. There's something about Fergie that Brooke never, ever could handle.
And it's been since the Black Eyed Peas, like, early on. I was like, I fucking hate that bitch's face. I don't know.
I always hated the fact that she couldn't sing for dick.
There's just something about her that she got on my nerves. And then she married Josh Duhamel, and I was like, what?
That really pissed you off.
Really fucking dug in my craw. Yeah. And then he left her, apparently, like, cheated on her with a stripper or something. I don't know. Yeah. Good for you, Josh Duhamel.
Powerful shout out to Nighthawk. We love that guy. Yes. He is amazing. Ooh. Been friends for decades, by the way.
Yes.
People did love the stories about me and the goat and Nighthawk when we were younger. Those are all true. They're all true.
Randall was there. They have been friends since childhood.
We have done some shit. Listen, I can't talk about it. Right? There's some things we still...
He jet-setted from Florida to Colorado to
we have to keep
everywhere.
Under wraps. Mm-hmm. But, man, those were the days when we were single guys and struggling actors. Boy, there's stories for days. Slaying everywhere. Here's the deal, though, sons, and this is no bullshit. Hollywood's knocking on Uncle Randy's door. Right? They are very interested. A lot of them are like, we need you to shave the beard. I say, okay, immediately no.
Okay, they wouldn't want Uncle Randy if they wanted you to
Can't shave the beard. For one, if I shave the beard, you're looking at a different human being. There is a completely different shift when I shave this majestical beard.
What do you say? You look like a cabbage?
If I shave it off completely, my wife's never even seen that. You've never seen me without facial hair.
You've always had at least a goatee.
Yeah. I will never, ever not have some facial hair because I turned to be... I have the most built-in double chin.
Shut up.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's a genetic hand down.
Gunner's got it too.
Yeah.
No, it's the wingy face. It's adorable. And your dimple, I miss it. I do miss your dimple. It's so fucking cute.
I'm telling you, I go back though and I watch our videos and I look at my beard and I think, God, that's the best beard ever on the face of the earth. And people say that. I get letters and postcards.
You get like, you get carrier pigeon letters.
What do I got to do to have your beard? And I'm like, you can't do anything, all right? Your follicles aren't championship level yet. You just got to let them become champions.
You have to train your follicles and make them black belts in jiu-jitsu like Randall's are.
No Rona here, sons. I ain't been wearing no fucking mask. I don't know, sons.
And when he wears a mask, it's a joke because it's his beard, like, it's stupid.
My beard handles all the Corona flakes. Listen, I just gave blood, got it back, negative on the antibodies.
Of course it was. So Jupiter's Legacy. We're going to go watch some of that before we go to sleep. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, we're gonna
Fire Marshal Bill and Kilmer came over here because it was Tuesday, and that's what Kilmer likes to do is come over here on a Tuesday night and just
it's not like it's his. I
make
invite
us drink.
him.
It's Kilmer.
You blame Kilmer? That's fucking
It's
rude.
him.
No, we have the
It's
best.
fun.
Well, it's the best night. It's probably my favorite neighborhood night, to be honest.
It's always on Tuesday. It's so random. That was the tattoo night even, but like
we sit down and we're like, all right, one beer. And then 30 beers.
Okay, we all know it's never going to be one beer. If it's one beer, then like we're not really friends anymore.
And by the way, before we go, we got to tell Gary that Woodbury or whatever he pretty much destroyed that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, Bonnie did a couple shots from it.
She did because she wins.
Because she's a fucking gangster.
Champion. Shots of bourbon. Unreal.
But it's like almost gone. There's like an eighth of it left, maybe.
And that sit down number 2 is happening, sons. Listen, we're
someone stopped him in Walmart today, apparently, and asked about when the next time was going to be, and they were going to make a drinking game out of how many times y'all said fuck.
I think if you did, this is my thing for a drinking game. If you go off every time Gary drops an F-bomb, and every time I put and spit a dip out.
No, every time you say sons.
Sons, you wouldn't make it long.
You're passing away.
Especially if I'm talking to someone that's not you and I'm really thick on the Uncle Randy, yeah, you're fucked. You'll be drunkard and fucked.
You're going to the hospital with alcohol poisoning.
You're dead. All right, well, let's get out of here. Fuck these motherfuckers. So everybody remember, listen, if your spouse not first, hey, go write your divorce papers up. No big deal. Hey, it happens every day.
Call a lawyer.
Son.
I think there's, what is it? 1-800-DIVORCE?
1-800-DIVORCE. And you'll be set. Hell, happens to everybody. Start over again.
Yep.
All right, go and tug off a neighbor. Maybe put a little stink finger in there, sniff them up. All right, there, get a little taste, son.
And then go drive your golf cart. From Superior Motors.
That's rich folks, so we've got them. Superior Motors, Nathan Chambers. All right, Uncle Randy, love you. Shut you.